Oh, it's live, House.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
Bloody hell, you want to hitch yourself to this caboose? You're in for a bumpy ride.
I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation.
And then you want to walk back in here and call this place your home? This is not your home. This is my home.
Well, you don't know who you're dealing with. You are dealing with the best in the world.
You get what you have earned, and what you have earned is nothing.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Tell him to say it to my face. Say it to my face, Bill Goldberg.
Hello, everyone. 3 Count Thursday. We are live. It is July the 3rd, 2025. We are glad to be back with you for another one, and we hope wherever you are safe, having a good week, and preparing for a long weekend. Make sure you are following along with us on all of our social channels: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Twitter. We are at 3 Count Thursday. You can also grab our merchandise over on our TeePublic store, where you'll find a whole variety of shirts, designs, phone cases, pillows, tapestries, and much more. So go ahead over there and grab onto that. Probably going to be some sales going on over there this weekend as the holiday weekend. Not sure what there is to celebrate, but the holiday weekend nonetheless. At least that's what they tell me. So go ahead and grab your merch over there. You can also leave us a voicemail at any time, 717-473-7833. You can do that. You can grab the phone number from the episode description as well. So leave us anything, anytime, and we'll be glad to play that on air. Before we do introductions and whatnot, I just have a little bit of house cleaning this week. Our podcast feed on Spotify is currently unavailable. A potential, I guess, copyright, some sort of something, some sort of infringement. We are working on trying to get that restored or moved over to a new host. So right now, all of our new episodes are going to be strictly on YouTube. So we'll have the Thursday show here, the live show, and then there will be an audio content of some kind for the Tuesday podcast. So make sure you're subscribed. Click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel so you don't miss our episodes. We'll keep you posted on our social media as we hopefully have that up and running again here sometime soon. So let's start. We'll go around the room. Right next to me, Tim.
I'm good. I'm real good. Weird being up here, but that's fine. It's everything's a little upside down lately, ain't it? So I'm just happy to be here with my 4 favorite people that I hang out with on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Good. We are glad you are here, Tim.
And you guys who are watching.
And all of those that are watching. Intern Mark.
You all right, girl?
I'm okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, boys. Jimmy, did you say your phone was broken or you just forgot to charge it? Jimmy, what about that outfit you're wearing? God, I hope it's ironic. Did you say that you're finished? Jimmy, I didn't know we started. It's also familiar, Jimmy. What do you call it?
My ass.
No, it isn't. Is it stupid, Jimmy? Or is it slow?
Thunder tits.
Well, it could be. Maybe it's useless. But Jimmy, there's a cuter word for it. I know.
In there.
Thank
Who the fuck put him up top?
Oh my God.
That's the way I like it.
Mistakes were made. Poor decisions were made. Thank you for that, Mark. Ryan.
Thank you, man, child.
I was fine until Mark went on that goddamn diatribe about nothing.
Yeah, that was
Trying to drive a fucking fighting the urge to jerk into oncoming traffic.
It happens. We've all been there. Yeah, Scotty
We're having
knows.
a day, Jim. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Hello.
Scotty knows. Ryan's gonna scream. Ryan, Scotty asked, are you driving to cash in your personal money in the bank?
No, but Jim, that fell behind you is looking mighty nice.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, last one, Matt.
Can't hide money in the bank.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Day before long holiday weekend. So cheers. I have a Hop Butcher Rowaka Mania ale tonight.
Oh,
Holy cats, put it away. You're scaring me.
Let's see how it goes. I bought all these at clearance from Pine Creek before they closed their operations forever. Good riddance.
Mark just running
more
business.
business out of business.
Jeez, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm upset. Good.
Scotty asks, any chance we get Stone Cold Steve Austin to run in and Stone Cold stun the entire administration family? Maybe, hopefully.
I would doubt it. He's probably on board.
Probably not.
He might be down there at Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, Jesus. Cousin Brian says, Old Smoke running from the law.
We ain't going to get him.
They're not going to get him.
The mountain might get him, but the law never will.
Devin said he was running late because the fucking Facebook didn't notify him that we were live.
Oh, you can't.
All right,
you
pal.
hit like and share, Devin. Like and share.
I mean,
Devin's
now,
upset.
we've for when did we start going at 8 o'clock? It was during the pandemic. It's been like 5 years, Devin. We're Thursdays 8 o'clock. Like,
It's 8 o'clock ish.
well, yeah.
We're Devin.
Give or take.
He's a nice boy.
Is he?
Should we take bets on if Devin will have all 10 fingers for the next podcast?
Well, yeah, I
hope
mean,
he does.
well, never mind. Cousin Brian says he likes Happy Tim, the Tim before Mark starts talking.
You know what? Contrary to popular belief, I also like Happy Tim.
That's when Tim's gnawing on gummies.
And no, there's no mood enhancers today. I'm trying to stay clean until tomorrow.
Oh,
There you go.
God, I hate that so much.
I agree, Scotty. I agree. Pine
Now-
Creek without a paddle. Jesus.
that's what we're up. Fine trick without a paddle.
All right, so we're gonna do something different tonight, and yes, Mark.
I was wondering,
Tonight.
Timmy, did you today? Not tonight, but today. Timmy, did you get some of those Pokemon Hershey kisses?
What?
You know what, Mark? I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I do have some.
Oh.
I have not had any, but we have them.
So you caught most of them.
I guess.
So wait, they're Pokemon Hershey Kisses.
Hold on, goddammit.
Okay, thank you. I'm not understanding what's happening here.
Yeah,
See, Scotty
and-
knows how to find us. Big
Scotty
Mac
knows
checking
what's
in.
going-
He said sorry he left the studio a mess. The Ryan sound bites made him laugh so hard he threw stuff. Yeah. If you haven't checked out our Tuesday podcast, we ran through all 30 Ryan sounders on the board.
You don't have to have 30.
Well, I mean, there's always more to add, right?
We don't have to.
But we choose to.
We'd like to.
We
But
choose.
then we did.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Imagine what it's gonna do to my anus.
If we didn't have that, like it would be tragic to not
Right.
have that
What
on
would we do without that one?
We would be in
Right?
trouble. There they are. Pokemon Kisses. You can't hide money.
Okay, all right.
And on the bottom, when you unwrap the kiss, no, never mind. On the bottom of each kiss.
Oh, okay. So it's just a regular Hershey Kiss.
I gotta do my Erica Lee YouTuber hand. Hold on.
There you go. I
Every
like
kiss
that.
begins with a K.
There it is. That's pretty.
Can anyone besides Matt tell me who that Pokemon was?
Absolutely not.
Can you hold it up again, Timmy?
You hold it up
No,
again.
no.
Touch it in the back.
All right, it's a different Pokemon. It's not the same one because I
All right.
didn't want to look for it. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's not Squirtle. That's Jigglypuff.
Is that Jigglypuff?
No.
No.
No, is that the rock one?
No.
That's Purple.
That was Stevie from the trivia game, right?
Yes. You got it.
There it is.
Nice.
I thought I recognized her.
Oh man, that one's too quiet.
That
Yeah,
one can read.
That one could probably read better than Stevie.
It
can.
was so for those playing at home, that was Ditto.
Ditto.
All right.
It is a copycat Pokemon, so it can copy. It can become whatever other Pokemon it wants to.
It could
You
be
can
That
tell
sounds
it
like
apart.
a lazy Pokemon.
You can tell it apart because it still keeps its beady little eyes.
Like Smokey. He's got beady little eyes.
Gotta be a little.
Now, Timmy, did you get any of the Poke Guy Hershey bars?
No.
There's 18 different ones, I think it said. They have different characters on the wrapper, but I can only find like 6
18 of them. Good.
Man, if
I think
only
it's
there
18.
was someone on this podcast that went to Chocolate World every other day and could search for such a thing.
If only, Matt. If
Man.
only.
I'd like to. Believe me.
Every other day. It doesn't
There's
work the
people-
same.
There's people at Chocolate World with money. Believe me.
I bet there are.
I would be surprised.
Well, a few of them. Devin says if Ryan is cash in his money in the bank shot for that sweet 3-count Thursday 24/7 championship, I want my shot too.
All right.
You know,
Well, last time we tried to include you in something fun like that, Devin, you couldn't even count to 3 properly. So
Oh. He can't help it. His anatomy got in the way. Wouldn't it be funny if he pinned Smokey with that? And took the title.
Good.
I don't know if
Big Mac's
funny-
Won't be able to get up.
in Florida as he just booked his flight up here today. So
You're a
Today.
madman. I'm just gonna say that right now. Mad lad.
I love it. He's making a one day tripper to Pennsylvania.
He's doing a breaking and entering in Pennsylvania.
He's a good boy.
Absolutely is, and I love it.
Are we taking him to the 9-day diner when we're all done?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we are. He needs to buy a book. Get
Doesn't even
him
have a choice.
Give me a
book.
hell
Needs
yeah.
to buy a book.
He needs some book.
How now, Matt? You and Tim are still bookless, right?
Oh, I don't read, so yes.
Oh, I don't read either.
Yeah,
Oh.
that doesn't stop the madness.
He
Here's
needs
the
some book.
I don't live in Pennsylvania anymore, so if somebody asks me to buy a book, I don't mind playing illiterate.
Oh,
That's
wow.
fair.
West Virginia will do that to you.
Oh, we'll
And then
all
the-
be illiterate.
But then they'll be like, "Well, how did you read what's on the menu?" It's like I went by vibes. I
Look,
liked how these letters were arranged, and
Look
it
at
made
this
me
body.
feel good.
I know what's on a diner menu. I don't
Yeah.
need to read it.
There's
This
a
body
patty
was
melt,
built
right?
by diner menus.
I like the point.
Yeah, this diner's been built on, or this body's been built on diner menus.
This
So
diner's been built on
Now-
my body.
Speaking
that's
of
right.
books, I found all you boys some nice treasures this past week. I found a little something for each of you. For
If
the
it's a
holidays.
book, you can keep it.
Man.
I don't read it.
you really didn't have to. You really,
Well,
You
They
really
don't
shouldn't have.
really.
Honestly, don't.
Listen to Mark from Texas.
Ain't no need for that.
Just
I thought that was John Cena.
no, that's old Mark from Texas. Just
Oh.
like this is not Tim.
I think that's Tim.
It's not.
It's a Brady Buncher, right?
This is from What About Bob?
Yeah, that's what about Bob.
That sounds like Tim in his restroom.
The Brady Bunch is all Bobby's, right?
Yeah.
Sir, I do not sound so plussed in the bathroom. You making it seem like I'm going to Haas's, Bob, getting some work done. Bob! I'm just in a stall. I'm in a stall, screaming for my life, asking for a Bob to help me.
After eating a greasy meal at Bob Evans, just inside that stall.
Bob! Bob! That doesn't even sound close to Tim at all.
No, I couldn't even make that noise.
I swear I thought that was Tim.
Say it again, Tim.
Do we have a tip? Play that and then play
I'm going to try to imitate that voice as best I can. Ready? Bob! Bob! It's not
I
even the same.
I like that first one that you did
It's
better.
not you.
No, it's yeah, I'm not saying it's not close. It's just this
Matt,
is not.
shut up. Don't lean into this.
I feel like it'd be a shame if we didn't clip that Bob, though, for future use, just to really fuck with Mark.
Oh, that's fine. I'm fine. Anything to confuse that old kook.
Yeah.
I'm an old kook. Speaking of old kooks, how do you boys feel about tall restroom doors? Like, like the stalls when they're tall. I witnessed that today at
like
Hershey's Zoo America.
Like from the floor to the top.
Yeah, like from the floor, like so the open part from like the floor up to like where the privacy part begins.
So no like visible legs when you're sitting is what you're saying.
Right, but this one was extremely tall and there was a lot of visible legs and you could see the
Oh,
garbage.
you mean the doors were high, like the doors and walls were high off the ground.
They were high off the ground.
Oh, that's the complete opposite thing of what you were saying.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 100% different than what you said, Mark.
I'm just picturing like the doors and walls being like 8 foot tall.
Right, I'm
from the
thinking
ground
like a regular door for this stall.
You're like seeing people from like the mid thigh down, or like what is happening?
Yeah, well, it's not quite the mid thigh, but it was uncomfortable, and it was at Hershey's Zoo America.
An inch or two above the knees.
It was a little
Mark,
above the
that
knee.
was the bathroom, Mike. I don't know where you were, but that wasn't a restroom.
Are you serious?
An inch or two above the knees. That's where I like my inseam on my shorts.
Seriously, Mark took a wrong turn at Minetown Vittles today.
Oh, by the way, way to finally own up to doing a mild profanity at Hershey Park like 8 years late.
Today, what'd I do?
You posted on social media that you were the guy who put ass on a game.
Yes.
Mark, doing that, Mark.
Spreading
play those games.
Petty profanity at Hershey Park of all places.
Yeah, it was 8 years.
I know that times are different, but is that behavior befitting of a mayor?
No, and I'll tell you what, I'm embarrassed, but I had to admit to it because even I make mistakes, Tim.
Wow.
And I made a mistake that day.
As long as we learn and we grow from it.
I'm not even mad, Mark.
We listen and we don't judge.
Several Jess Zimmerman band concerts, so clearly mistakes are made in your life.
Well,
and then I did.
I would like to, but I'm not paying $20 to get in to see no fireworks and lit tits. I'll tell you that right now.
Man, I prayed for the rain. God
Is
sent
that
the
how much
flood.
it is?
Yeah, it's $20 to get in, I heard.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for the 4th of July.
Has it been that for a while? I haven't been to the lit tits.
Yeah, it's been like $15, $20 for a bit now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's people in lit tits with money, believe me.
Well, Mark, maybe if you wouldn't have turned down that role of judging Queen of Candles, you would have gotten in for free.
Well, I am regretting that. I'll be honest with you.
I prayed for the rain. I prayed for the flood, so the people of Lidditz wouldn't have been subjected to the music of the Jess Zimmerman band. And my prayers were answered too many days early. They were able to fix everything, and the festivities will go on tomorrow as scheduled.
Well,
the Lord made a mistake.
It's a shame.
Now,
and the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Speaking of Queen of
I don't know who the hell it was. Like, I've cut that person out of my life mentally. I don't remember who the hell I was talking to. But they're like, "Yeah, she's really good." And I'm like, "Nope, we're not doing this anymore."
We're done.
Oh, she's wonderful.
I mean, I have a bad memory. I know that, but This was literally like 2 days ago.
What about
Oh, that's okay. You block out bad things like that.
the Queen of Candles? My wick's been cold since I've decided not to judge the Queen of Candles.
Mark, you can't say shit like that.
You
They're
can't.
like seniors in high school.
Yeah, you can't. You know what? We're gonna do this.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take on the freak of Thursday. Brings to you the wrestler.
What the hell is going on?
Wrestler on the week.
All right, week number 26 for Wrestler of the Week. Intern Mark, you know the rules. When you're here, you have to lead us off. You can't steal our homework. Mark, don't try and run away. We know you can't run with that gimpy leg.
I ain't running nowhere. I'm going to say I'm going to fight Jimmy. Put him up, Jimmy. Put him up.
Mark, who is your Wrestler of the Week this week?
Well, they had that. They had the special jewel event, so I had to go with CM Runk, Charles Murphy Runk, Punk, CM Punk.
Wait. You're taking a dude that lost?
Well, he put on a heck of a show.
I mean, the guy that said he wouldn't take the blood money and then went and took the blood money.
Well, he apologized.
Oh, well, that makes it better.
Makes it all better. And he took the loss. What a man. What a man.
And then he did.
Jimmy wasn't going to apologize.
But
something
happened.
All right.
Hello, Smokey.
Ryan, who is your Wrestler of the Week this week?
Jim, I've watched absolutely zero professional wrestling. I totally forgot we do this segment every week. With that in mind, my Wrestler of the Week is the first name that popped into my mind when you said about this. And that was the wrestler just announced for Three Legacies Wrestling in the center of the poster. Tim hates it. Chavo Guerrero.
Wow, we are batting 1,000 for this segment this week.
Hello, Smokey.
We're doing great.
At least my guy wrestled this week.
Matt, well, Chavo could have wrestled this week.
Ooh, Chavo.
Matt, who is your Wrestler of the Week for this
I
week?
should pick Kerwin White.
I'm gonna pick who?
Kerwin White.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
No, don't do it, Matthew.
I also have not watched wrestling this week. John Cena.
There you go. He won. He at least won a match. He beat Mark's Wrestler of the Week.
There we go. That makes it even better.
That's a good enough reason. Tim, who is your Wrestler of the Week this week?
I'm taking a guy who didn't wrestle either. But he was the focal point of action in AEW's Dynamite 300. I'm taking the main character, the man who has asked John Moxley for Texas death, the Hangman Adam Page.
The Hangman.
The Hangnail.
Devin stealing my homework somehow. My Wrestler of the Week this week, the new WWE Raw or World Tag Champs or whatever they're called on Monday Night Raw, the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and JD
I should have
McDougal.
taken that. Boy, that crowd popped, Jimmy. They went nuts for that win.
They love the Judgment Day.
I was shocked at how loud and wild that crowd went.
They love it. Ryan, Charlie says you've been in the car way too long just to go up to Burger King.
Well, I don't go to that one. I go to the one Mark likes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to drive a long way to get to a good Burger King if you live where we live.
Sure, it ain't the latest one.
Big Mac says Roxanne Perez for winning half of the women's tag titles.
Roxanne
would also be a good pick.
Cody would have been a good one. He's the king of the tournament.
He is. Probably would have been better than the one you picked.
Well,
oh shoot, that's right. And Jade won the Queen of the Ring.
She did. She did.
You know what? Give me Jade then.
It's too late.
Yeah, you already
That's
made
not-
your pick.
Nope.
Nope. Tim is the ruler. He says you
Look,
Well,
I will put my foots down unless you pick Chavo and you make an upgrade. Which
There you go.
literally you could have picked anyone except like James Ellsworth or any other problematic wrestler, and I would have let you make the change. And now, I thought it's like, and now Mark's upset and he left, but he didn't leave. He's here.
I'm okay. I'm still here.
So you just can't wish that happened.
I ain't
wish
going
for
nowhere,
it.
big boy.
There you go. Ryan cashed in his repick. So there we go. All right. Let's let Mark stamp the wrestler of the week.
That was your wrestler of the week.
It is. All right. So what we're gonna do over the next few weeks here on the show. Next week, not included in this because there are 4 events next weekend that we will be predicting on the show next week.
Fuck out of here.
4. There is a NXT Great American Bash. There is AEW Y'all In. There's a Saturday night main event. And then there is WWE Evolution. So there's 4 shows next week. So we will have
I watch Evolution.
Yeah, we'll watch Evolution.
Well, it is a mystery.
It is a mystery. So we'll probably throw in some blind rankings just to break up the
monotony.
predictions, but it's a prediction heavy show next week. But this week and then the following 3 after next, we're going to lead up to SummerSlam by doing a build your own SummerSlam match card. And what we're doing is we take a group of years of SummerSlam, we take matches from those years, and we make up a match card based on matches from those events. You can't repeat a wrestler, you can't repeat a title. Otherwise, everything is fair game. So for this week, we have a WWE title match, an Intercontinental title match, a tag title match, and then 3 wild card matches. It was pretty much anything else on the shows.
I thought it was Summerfest.
The Summerfests. So we will start with our wild card matches. We will build kind of from the bottom up to the world title. So we will start with the wild card matches. Tim, I will go to you first. What is your first wild card match? These are from SummerSlam's 1988 to 1996.
I have to pull up my right spreadsheet. Oh no, I have 2 spreadsheets saying the exact same thing.
Oh
God,
no!
I know.
How?
Okay, here we go. I have it. I'm
tragedy.
The tragedy. So I went above and beyond because I'm a kook and I love this type of stuff. So I have more matches than they do because I said kook, not anything else. So my first wild card match is from 1992. It will be the opener. It will be the opener of my show. It is the Legion of Doom taking on Ted DiBiase and Erwin R. Shyster, Money Inc.
All righty. And that 92, that was Wembley, right?
Yes, that was non-title.
And Legion of Doom, did they ride motorcycles down to the ring for that? Okay.
And Rocco was there.
That's right. All right. Intern Mark, what is your first wild card match?
Hello. Now, I heard that Road Warrior Hawk was in no condition to wrestle that night at that SummerSlam 92. Did you hear about that?
What about Real World Animal, though?
Real World Animal he was in control.
Go on, good.
So I have from 19.
How many times do you think you made that mistake, Jim? Like, I can't believe you were saying that for quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean it's intentional now. It wasn't intentional then.
No, it was more than once, though, right?
Oh, it was easily more than one. Probably at least a good handful, maybe 2.
Real World Animal.
Real World Animal.
Good handful, maybe 2, huh? A good day for Big Jim.
The Devin handful.
Let's not push it.
Yeah, come on now. I don't know what rumors you've been hearing about me, but it's all lies.
Rumors and innuendo.
All right, Mark, what was your first wild card match?
Well, I was going to have Coco Beware, but I know you hate birds. So I had to go with, I'm going from 1991, the jailhouse match with the Big Bossman versus the Mountie.
All right.
That is also on my list. That is my second match.
Ah.
All right, Ryan, do you have a list? And I want to make sure you're safe on the road. What is your first wild card match?
Boy, do I. Hold on, I have it written down here. I got to take my glasses off. So like, oh shit, hold on. Keep them on. I also, my opening match was from 1992. It was Legion of Doom versus Money Inc. We're gonna pop the crowd with the boys on motorcycles.
There you go. There you go.
That's wild. I had that on the list and I scratched it off. Oh,
Fool.
You fool.
I made a mistake.
And then you did. Matt, what is your first wild card match?
From SummerSlam 94, Taker versus Taker.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
That was on my list.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
So I forgot. I didn't realize that the cutoff date was 96 and not 95.
Yeah.
So because it's 96
or something better.
Yeah. I needed the Undertaker somewhere else, if you will.
Yeah, full disclosure.
We're gonna have the same fucking list.
Full disclosure, when I first broke down the years, I missed math, and the first card we would have built would have been built based on like I think 8 SummerSlams, and then the next few would have been like 10 or 11, and then the last one I think would have been 9. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's an uneven number, but it was dramatically unbalanced. So I had to tweak it. I didn't math well. But my first wild card match, Tim says he has it. Mark took it off the board as well. It is from SummerSlam 1991. It is that jailhouse match with the Big Bossman and the Mountie. All right, next one we go to Tim. We'll same order. We'll go around. What is your second wild card match?
Well, my second wild card match was the jailhouse match.
Okay.
Between the Boss Man and the Mountie.
All right, very good. Intern Mark, what is your second wild card match?
Well, this one's I don't think anybody else will have it. It's a little bit of a dark horse. And you're gonna laugh, but I put down the Alundra Blaze versus Bertha Faye because it was a women's wrestling match, which the women's wrestling was not happening too much back then. So that's
my
deal.
third match.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Look at that. Timmy and I thinking alike.
That's scary.
But it was a big deal for women's wrestling back then to actually have a match like that on a pay-per-view. So that's what I went with.
All right, very good. Ryan, your second wild card match.
Mark's second match was the Bertha Faye Alundra Blaze match because women's wrestling didn't happen very much, especially on pay-per-views in 1995. Although it happened 1 year earlier in 1994 when Alundra Blaze wrestled Bull Nakano.
Oh, that's the one I have. Sorry, I don't have the Bertha Faye one. I thought he said Bull Nakano.
Yeah. I like Bertha Faye better.
He picked Bertha Faye. Bull Nakano can actually work a match. And honestly, that might be my first women's wrestling match that I remember watching. 1994 for the WWF Women's Championship.
Is WrestleMania 10 was 94, right?
Yes.
So I think I would have seen Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano at WrestleMania 10. That was probably
That's a good point. Probably true.
Yeah, it probably would have been my first one, but yeah, no, it's same year, same wrestlers, same feud because they were the only two female wrestlers in WWF at that point, I do believe. All right, Matt, your second wild card match.
It was the one Ryan just listed. It was the Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano one because I wanted to have a women's match on mine.
There you go. I do not have a women's match.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's not
Come on
surprising at
now.
all. Known sexist Jim.
Well, and it's not going to help with who I have in this match, but it is the Mega Powers of Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, along with Miss Elizabeth, taking on the Mega Bucks, Ted DiBiase and Andre the Giant, with Virgil and Bobby Heenan. Jesse Ventura, your special guest referee for that one. That was that was from SummerSlam 1988. So, all right, Tim, your third and final wild card match.
So I'm going to go ahead and give all of my wild card matches then, because I do have more.
That's right, yeah, because you did extra work. So yeah, go ahead.
I did extra work. So I have Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano for the women's title in '94. I have Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake versus Zeus and Randy Savage from '89. I have Hakushi versus the 1-2-3 Kid from 1995. And I have Mankind versus The Undertaker in a Boiler Room Brawl from 1996.
All right, there we go. In turn, Mark, your third and final wild card match.
Oh. So I have my third and final. I do have Mankind versus The Undertaker in that Boiler Room Brawl. But my honorable mention would be the Mega Bucks and the Mega Powers.
All right.
I'm going to honorably mention them, Matthew.
Well,
I'm glad you did.
I'm sure they appreciate it, Mark. You're doing God's work out here.
I tried to face them today at the arcade on the WrestleFest game. I didn't do so well.
I was very pleased when I was at Hershey Park a couple weeks ago when I found the old bubble hockey from that used to be in the Hershey Park Arena years and years ago. It was still alive, still kicking.
Yes, I took a picture of that today, Jimmy.
If you
Did you boys see that in the NHL preseason game was announced for the Giants Center today?
I did see that. Very
Today.
exciting. First time in 19 years a NHL preseason game will be in Hershey. So
The old Caps versus the old Flyers.
Caps and the Fly Guys. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna make a boys' night out. Ryan, your third wild card match.
I don't know if you're going to believe this, but Tim and I are really connecting here tonight. And Mark gets too, because my third match was also a Boiler Room match from 1996 with The Undertaker and Mankind.
All right. Very good. Matt, your third wild card match.
My third is from '91 and is a handicap match. Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior versus the Triangle of Terror with Sid Justice as the referee.
Nice. Another good one. Yeah, I think we're all a lot of us in similar mindsets. My third one, SummerSlam 1996, the Boiler Room Brawl with Mankind and The Undertaker. So that wraps up our wild card matches. We move on to the tag team titles.
All right, Jim, let's just get ours out of the way.
Go ahead, Tim.
It is the Hart Foundation versus Demolition 2 out of 3 falls from 1990.
Fuck out of here, Tim.
Surprisingly, not my tag team title.
You picked the wrong one.
No, because I will tell you.
Bret Hart elsewhere.
Yeah, I wanted to use Brett elsewhere, and it was my first match that I selected. So everything else
okay. You went that for. Okay, I see.
Yeah. All right, Mark, your tag team title match.
Ooh, my tag team title match is absolutely the Hart Foundation versus Demolition 2 out of 3 falls from 1990.
Ryan, same thing?
It is absolutely the correct answer here. It was hard to use Brett in the tag match. It really was, because Brett has some decent matches, but this is the right answer.
All right, Matt, same or do you
Same.
have different? You
I
went
have
same.
the same. Yep.
So, as far as tag team title matches go, when you get away from that match, and you then so obviously because I couldn't use Brett there because I used him elsewhere. So that eliminates that match. That eliminates the tag team title match for SummerSlam '88. And there's only, I think, 2 other SummerSlam matches, tag team title matches in 98 to 90 or 88 to 96.
Oh God, did you take Natural Disasters versus Bushwhackers?
I didn't.
Okay.
I did not. So this was my 6th and final match in the order of which I laid them out on my card. It is from SummerSlam 1993. It is the Steiner brothers versus the Heavenly Bodies, Jimmy Del Rey and Tom Pritchard, for the WWF tag team titles. I think the Steiner brothers had one. I think they faced like the Beverly brothers maybe in one, and then it was the Natural Disaster. Yeah, the tag team title matches get real thin after you get away from that 2 out of 3 falls. Which if I could have, I would have, but I didn't because I took Brett somewhere else. So, Tim, did you have? Well, I guess you wouldn't have any other tag matches. Your Intercontinental title match.
I went with from SummerSlam 1988, the Ultimate Warrior and the Honky Tonk Man.
The old Honky Tonk Man. All right, intern Mark, your Intercontinental title match.
Yes. Well, Jimmy, I got to tell you that your tag team match was a darn good pick. The Heavenly Bodies and the Steiners. That was a good one. I actually had Ultimate Warrior and the Honky Tonk Man down there, and I crossed it off for Michaels and Razor Ramon in the ladder match.
All right. Yeah, that's a strong contender. Ryan, your Intercontinental title match.
I did the exact same thing Mark did. That was originally my pick, was what Tim had, and I changed it to Razor Sean from 1995.
There you go. Another good one. Matt, your Intercontinental?
It is that same match, HBK versus Razor Ramon.
Yeah, would have loved to get this match on the card, but couldn't reuse the title. The Intercontinental title is where I put Bret Hart. 2 strong contenders, but ultimately I went with SummerSlam 1992. Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog for the Intercontinental title in Wembley Stadium.
Bret Hart wrestled Mr. Perfect one year too, didn't he, for the IC title at Summerfest?
Yeah,
91.
91.
Yeah, Bret had some good Summerfest matches.
I really thought you were going to pick Bret Owen.
That's what I thought we were going with. You really fucked up, man.
For the world title.
I'll be darned, Jim. You made a big mistake.
Dude,
massive.
Trying to pick a great Bret Hart match. There's too many of them at SummerSlam.
Yeah, he was always on like the B show. Definitely didn't come out for WrestleMania.
Poor Jimmy. Now, you boys, none of you boys were alive in '88 when Honky Tonk Man and Warrior had their match.
We were all alive in '88.
We were absolutely all alive.
I mean, I was 3,
We
but
were
I
young,
was
but we were alive.
You were alive, just young.
I mean, we weren't 28 like you were, but we were alive.
That was so that match. I'm sure as you know, it was supposed to be Beefcake and Honky Tonk Man, but Beefcake was injured, and we didn't know who was going to replace him. And the Warriors music hit. It was a big deal, huge deal, because Honky Tonk had that title for a year and a half. Honky. You can't say that, Smokey. Honky.
Honky Donkey Man.
The Honk Tonk Man. All right.
That was a big
now we move on to the world title. Tim, lead us off.
The weakest match on my entire card.
Mine too.
From SummerSlam 1993, it is the Lex Express and his last chance, quote unquote, against Yokozuna.
Yeah, he got a few last chances.
Well, he had to. Well, remember, Jimmy, the only chance he had after his last chance was if he was somehow, by hook or by crook, win the Royal Rumble, and then he did.
But, I hate it. All right, intern Mark.
What a joke that fucking WrestleMania was, man. Did drop balloons and put them up on your shoulders, winning by fucking count out.
Yeah, how lame.
And willingly winning to boot.
And he was like super skinny Lex because he was off the juice at that point.
Off
right?
the gas.
Yeah, the chicken and rice was
Oh,
done.
yeah. Excuse me, chicken and rice. He wasn't.
Chicken and rice.
All right,
Yeah,
intern Mark, your world title match.
I went with. Oh yeah, see, this is why I didn't put the Warrior on the IC title one. I went with Warrior and Rude in that solid steel cage.
Salad.
And that was 89.
1990.
Wait, hold on. Didn't you also have the Warrior and Rick Rude for the IC title?
No,
Or the Warrior and Honky?
No, I did originally. I crossed it out.
Oh, that's right.
And I went with the ladder match.
But then he didn't.
But then
I didn't. But yeah, I went with Rude, and I really thought Rude was going to take the title off him that night. But he didn't.
But he didn't. All right, Ryan, your world title match.
Yeah, Rude had what was her name? Cheryl's face on his crotch.
That was
Jake. Oh, that was Jake. That's right. Yeah. My apologies.
Boy, that was something else too.
Yeah, SummerSlam 1990 was like my favorite SummerSlam. It's the one I always go back to. It's the first one I remember. I think it's still the weakest match on my card, but that is also the match that I picked. Rick Rude versus the Ultimate Warrior in the solid steel cage.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I was really going to put Brett and Owen here, but I wanted that tag match instead with the Hart Foundation. So hands were really tied with which WWF title match I could use here. And I'll tell you the logic behind this. So I went with 95, King Mabel versus Diesel. And what sold me was the Wikipedia write-up, because at the end it says, Diesel was able to win with a rare aerial attack of a clothesline off the second rope.
It paints a picture.
That's beautiful. Okay. That was the first time he tore both quads, right?
Probably the first of several instances.
Wow.
That match, like on paper, just doesn't even look good.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't. Oh,
That's why, like, whenever people talk about
King Mabel,
current wrestling, like when people say like things in current wrestling are the worst ever, I'm like, please, for the love of God, go back and watch early to mid 90s WWF before the Attitude Era, because it was terrible.
Yeah, the new generation was tough.
It was brutal. Some of that stuff, even like the early 90s with Skinner and Max Moon, and brutal stuff.
Do you guys think you can name all of King Mabel's ring names that he had throughout his career?
Yes, we could. I bet we can.
So we could. You have them up?
I have them up. There were 9.
9. Okay.
And they're all pretty similar to each other.
Well, you got Viscera.
Yep.
Viscera. Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V.
Of course, Mabel. So there's 3.
I say like Mabel and King Mabel. Are you counting them as separate? Or
King Mabel was a separate one.
Okay.
Yes. So there's 4.
Maple and King Maple. Viscera. Big Daddy V.
He was just Mabel and Men on a Mission, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just Maple.
Mission.
Men from a Mission.
Did he ever go by his real name?
Nelson.
He did go by Nelson.
Okay.
Nelson Frazier,
Nelson Knight.
Nelson Knight.
I'll give it to you.
That's actually that's like a good wrestling name.
Yeah, Nelson Knight.
Yeah.
King Maple.
King Maple.
I saw King Maple get on. You know how they carry him out in his throne? Up there at Hershey, I could see behind the curtain, and he went up a ladder and stepped onto it from a ladder while the 4 guys were there holding it.
God bless those 4 guys.
Oh, man. King Maple.
Did he wrestle anywhere outside of the WWE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrestled in TNA. I don't remember what his. I think he was Nelson Knight in TNA.
He was Nelson Knight in TNA. Yeah.
Did he ever wrestle as like Sweet Daddy V or anything like that?
So you got Big Daddy V. There's 2 others that are close to Big Daddy V.
BDV.
You're thinking too hard about this.
Big V.
Close.
Daddy V.
Getting further away.
Big V.
Big Vis.
No, but Vis was one.
Okay, Vis was one of them. All right.
Hey, that's Vis. VIS.
So the other three that were missing were just Big Daddy.
Okay.
He also went by Big Daddy Voodoo.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
And then there was a spell that he was Mabel Doink.
He was Mabel Doink
Jesus.
for that Survivor Series.
I never knew that was him.
Yeah, couldn't tell. Damn. Wow. Yeah. So
Now,
again,
say it again. What was the last one on Survivor Series?
What?
Mabel Doink.
Mabel Doink.
Oh, Mabel Doink. I forgot about that one. My loving son asked me a question. I missed the.
A lot of
What the hell
people
was
forgot
that?
about that one.
Jesus criminy.
Is Hillbilly setting off bottle rockets today?
It certainly sounded like a. That's what it sounded like. It's not even dark
Party's
yet.
starting early. Hillbilly had a big date today. Real big day.
A lot to celebrate, I guess.
Yeah, a lot to celebrate for him. He's over there lighting off explosions.
Yeah, he owned the libs.
He sure did. He showed us.
Memory.
My world.
Wave's coming.
My world title is Ultimate Warrior and Rick Rude from SummerSlam 1990. Oh,
very nice.
All right, so like I said, next week we will not do we'll not do this because we'll have all the predictions. The next one we will do is 2 weeks from now. We'll have SummerSlams 1997 through 2005. Will be the next group.
I will be off that week. Can I throw out the invite to Big Mac to fill in for me on that one if you're listening, Big Mac, and are available?
There you go. I'm sure he'll be
stand in for the Summerfest picks.
Very good, very good.
Jim, I've got some bad news.
What's the bad news, Ryan?
They closed that Colby's Chicken restaurant.
No.
Holy cats.
They make good chicken.
God, this fucking year, man. What is this year sucks. I assume Eat is still there though, right?
Eat's still there.
Border Cafe is not going anywhere.
That's the more important. That's the more
staple.
Important. I need to. I'll probably eat next month as I head down.
Yeah, we'll have to eat there shortly.
You just let me know.
Will do. All right. So since we have a couple minutes to kill here, I threw into our old pal Chat GPT. I said, "Give me a pro wrestling blind ranking," and so Chat GPT says, "Here's a blind ranking of pro wrestlers, but you won't know the next name until you lock in the rank. 1 being best, 5 being least best. First wrestler, reportedly,
Least best.
that's I'm reading it as Chat GPT presents it to me. Those are your parameters. Number 1 is the best, 5 is the least best. But your first wrestler, reportedly newly re-signed for his final year in the business to WWE, AJ Styles.
Oh.
AJ Styles.
Big spoon.
That's tough. Now, what is the category again? Just wrestler or
wrestler?
WWE wrestler?
Just pro wrestler.
Oh,
I think he's above average. I think 2.
I was just gonna say 2.
Yeah, I'm down for 2.
Yeah, that's
Tuh.
a solid number.
All right. Lock him in at 2. Next wrestler, never lost a day in his life, The Miz.
Well, I mean,
Number 4.
I'm fine with Miz at 3.
I'm fine with 3 or 4.
I'll go with 3. He's a solid hand.
All right, 3 is fine.
All right, we lock in The Miz at 3. Next one, Roman Reigns.
You got to put him at 1.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, you do.
All right. You got to.
You gotta.
Acknowledge me.
All right, so Roman Reigns locked in at number 1. And as ChatGPT says, tribal chief status confirmed. Literally says that on the screen. Next one, we have spots 4 and 5 still available. Orange Cassidy.
5.
He should be higher.
He probably is.
Did we?
I'm all right with 5.
What do we have left?
4 and 5.
4 and 5.
I can't put him. I can't put him at 5. I can't put him at 5. So if y'all want to put him at 5, that's fine. But
Right,
he's
so
not.
Tim
5.
votes 4. The rest votes 5. So we will put OC at 5. So you had Roman Reigns 1, AJ Styles 2, The Miz 3, Orange Cassidy 5, which leaves Kenny Omega at 4.
Okay.
Kenny Omega at 4.
That's not a bad list.
We put the Miz too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
It is
All right, so we'll do one more here. They have suggested a few ideas. Could do a WWE Champions, a Women's Wrestlers, a WCW, or a Wrestling Entrances.
Let's show some love to the ladies.
Yeah, let's do a ladies. Let's see here. All right, Women's Wrestlers blind ranking. Same rules as before, and we start with a strong contender, Miss Pam Bailey.
Oh. I'm feeling 1.
I was thinking 2.
I'm thinking 2.
Yeah, I don't think she's 1. There's some bigger hitters out there. I'm fine with Pam at 2, though.
I'll drop to 2.
All right, Bailey at 2. Next we have Toni Storm.
Is she timeless?
She is time.
4 or 5.
She's probably a 3 or 4 for me.
Yeah, she's a 3.
Oh, I was feeling 4.
All right, so we got a 4, a definite 4, a 3 or 4, and a 3. So it sounds like we're leaning more 4.
Let's say 4.
4 is fine.
All right, we will lock.
I could see the argument for 3, but 4 is fine. I can give that up quickly.
All right, we'll lock Toni Storm in at 4. Next, Charlotte Flair.
She's number 1.
I was thinking 3.
Is that ranking or number of marriages that failed?
Oh my!
Oh my goodness!
Ain't no need for that.
No, there was not. Why are we catching strays?
Sorry, Charlotte. I didn't mean that. She's upset. She's a nice woman. I think she'd be a 1.
I'm curious to see what's on the list.
All right, so do we?
Who would you put above her? Trish didn't win as many championships. Lita didn't win as many championships, but showed her thong.
Right, but Trish
walks, so
Charlotte could fly.
Yeah. So would you rather walk somewhere or fly somewhere?
No,
I'm
Lyra flies because she's a bird.
She's like a bird.
Not another bird.
All right, so Matt had a 3, Ryan had a 1. Mark, did you actually lock one in?
I'd put. We're talking about Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte.
I'd put her at 1.
1. Tim.
I'll go with Matt. I'm going to be in solidarity with Matt. We'll go 3.
All right, Mark or Ryan, either you feel like moving to 3?
No. And here's the problem. Had we not put Bailey at 2, we would have put Charlotte at 1. That way, if Trish came, Trish would go 2. At this point, we ranked Bailey too high.
Oh, you're upset. I'm going to hold it 1, and I'm sorry that upsets anyone.
Man. All right, we're going to have to go to a wheel. We're going to have to spin the wheel.
That's the only fair way to do this.
That is the only way.
Spin the wheel, make a deal.
Smokey's ready to make a deal.
We got a 1, And we got a 2. We're going to spin the wheel. And I guess it would have been 1 and a 3. I messed up.
Come on, Jim.
I hit a 2. I made a mistake, Ryan.
He's
All right,
on 2.
Don't clap for me, Wheel. I made a mistake. Now we spin 1 or a 3.
What did it land
You
on?
could have just counted. Yeah, you could have just said 3 is 2.
What landed on the
is 3.
2?
Then it would have been 3.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. So then we go 3. So it can clap for me.
Yeah, 2 wasn't an option. That's bullshit. Hey, well, then know you $1 if you make her 1.
Locked in at 3. Charlotte Flair at 3. Next one, Nia Jax.
5.
5. Oh, fuck it. I should put her 1.
It's an easy 5. Is it really Nia Jax? That's
It is
hilarious.
It's not an easy. It's an easy 5 for the list, but it's not an easy 5.
It is an easy 5.
It is an easy 5. All
Imagine
right.
if it's at 1.
It's a soft 5. In that
All right, so we got Bailey at 2, Charlotte Flair at 3, Tony Storm 4, Nia Jax at 5, and your number 1 women's wrestler, according to our ranking, Trish Stratus.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
There you go. So yeah, Ryan, I think you were right as it played out. Bailey probably maybe should have been 3.
Nope.
I mean, I don't think. I love Miss Payne. All right, that's anything else, gentlemen, for the week? Anything to add?
I think we're good. I'm shocked Nia Jax made ChatGPT's list.
I am shocked. Well, there's a glitch in all mechanical systems.
Well, Mark left. He has a kidney stone from all that tea he's drinking.
Yeah, that sounds about right at his age. All right, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in. We appreciate it as always. Just a reminder again, our episodes, current new episodes, only available on the YouTube feed. So the Tuesday show will be there. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We hope to have this podcast feed issue fixed hopefully as early as next week. We are working on it. So appreciate you sticking with us there. You can always leave us a voicemail, 717-473-7833 in the episode description as well. You can follow the show on all of our social media at 3 Count Thursday across the board. Grab our merchandise over at T Public. No matter what you do this weekend, whether you're celebrating or not, please stay safe, whatever you are doing, so we can talk to you again next week. So until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.